want to make that paper mache?
Okay, this is making paper mache, a film for Mrs. Lindy's class. Here are the instructions and definitions if you were absent. And so you first need to sketch your alebrije, which is 2 or more animals, and put little arrows like an explanation of what kind of forms you're going to use, spheres, boxes, rectangular prisms, cylinders. Give me some instructions, and also put the animals that you're going to do. Then you need to bring that up to get a grade. So to form your alebrije, there's many ways, and I think I'll just do a little quick thing. These are people here that at lunch, just FYI, you can come at lunch on a B day. Okay, you can use wires. You have to go to the use a coat hanger, which are on the floor here. You can get tools. There's a wire cutter and needle nose pliers out of the toolbox, which is over across the room in the supplies. And you can do wires. You can also get some cardboard. Look around the room and see if you need to get cardboard, and you can actually cut out your animal with cardboard, borrowing a box cutter from me, and make it like a sandwich. 2 sides of the animal, and stuff it with newspaper between, use some tape, and then fill it out so it's round. There's all sorts of objects here, bottles, that you can use inside your alebrije. You can also take a garbage bag, look for trash bags in the supplies, and you can do this. You can actually fill up a trash bag with newspaper and a little tape, and that way, if you have a head on a smaller object, it works right away, or use a larger trash bag for a body. Try not to use too much tape because it's very expensive. So after you get your whole form done, you're going to then maybe check it out with me, make sure it looks like it's all together. That's an armature. Then you're going to get some starch, liquid starch, which looks like this. You can also use flour and water, watered down glue. There's many different things, wallpaper adhesive. You can use many things for the glue. You're going to put this in some small little tray, and you're going to tear up strips of newspaper to put on the outside of your alebrije. These are like bandages almost, and they're supposed to be smooth. So take the newspaper, and you're going to rip strips. And I'm going to rip some now so you can kind of see some examples. Okay, so for example, here are some strips right here that I'm showing you, although they can probably need to be a little smaller because they're going to overlap, and actually not going the same direction is a good thing. Just having them overlap, going all different directions, helps to make it stronger. So you're going to just dip these in the starch, and then you're going to squeegee like this. Let's see if I can do this. Can one of you come over here a second? Grace, come here. Okay, I'm going to show you how to squeegee. Hold this and just feel my fingers. Okay, so after you dip this into the starch, you're going to take it and squeegee it like this so you get the excess starch off. And then you're going to lay it on top of your alebrije, all different directions. And you're going to let it dry, and then you usually do 2 or 3 coats of it. And if you have a very small alebrije, you should use smaller pieces. This would be for one that is a foot tall or so. Use smaller pieces for the smaller the alebrije. If you have certain areas that are very lumpy, then we're going to look up a recipe using Kleenex so that we can get very small, kind of like almost like a clay, but made of paper to fill into the excess spots. Here are some examples right here of alebrijes. This is one that was done with flour, and you can see they used, the student used a folder. This actually looks like paper, but you should probably use a folder when you have ears, something firm. And you can see that They also used, looks like a paper towel holder for this part right here. But see how smoothly this is done? And this section here is a little bit of tissue, Kleenex, that's been mixed with some starch so that it's very, and it kind of crumbled up. So that makes it very smooth because you can see how lumpy this other part is. When you get to the very end, you're actually going to cover it with some brown paper towel strips instead of newspaper so that it's easier to paint. Then you're going to paint it, and you also want to put a lot of designs in it. So this is okay. The shape of it is very good, and it's two different animals. Looks like maybe it's a Gila monster with a bat wings. But you also want to put designs. Here's an example of some designs. And you may have to dot it to get this a little bit nicer. You might have to just put little dots of color. Well, this is just to get you started. Be sure and look up Alebrijes as well.